We were not prepared for this.
And to be honest, it's our own fault.
We unfortunately had to make a decision that was not an easy one.
This difficult decision was made a lot easier when we realized that we have some unfinished business.
So can you guess where we are? Surabaya. So we were finally able to check into our hotel because we were a little bit too early. Check-in was only at like 2 p.m. and I believe we were at the hotel at like 10 or something like that. So we had to go to the mall to do other things. But I'm just gonna show you our little hotel room here. First off, if I can turn you around, we can start with a cute little bathroom here. Nice sink, toilet and shower, nice and clean. Full-length mirror, which is absolutely necessary here. Then we have this mysterious door. This is the entrance door. I don't know where this door leads, but I think probably to the door, to the room next door. A little bit of a wardrobe situation here, and that's our favorite part about this hotel. Every single room seems to be decorated a little bit different. This one sort of seems to be going off of guitars or musical instruments, actually. A guitar, maybe a saxophone and a violin there. Nice, large and comfortable bed.
This is really good. Seems to be good value. Pretty central in Surabaya, and it's only coming in at like €20 or something, I think, per night. We booked it directly with them because we couldn't book it online. We tried to in advance because we literally only made the decision to come back to Java yesterday. Literally yesterday. So this is all very last minute. We're literally very all over the place. We don't really know how to feel. I know that we're very excited to be here. We're also sad to not be in Sulawesi. I've said this already, but this place is fantastic. Definitely check this hotel out if you get the chance. It's called the Great Diponegoro Hotel.
Yeah, here. I can show you guys. This is the hotel Great Diponegoro. Now, we're not sponsored by this hotel chain. We paid ourselves, so don't worry about that. Any users, you have a very, very large bed, which is very comfortable. And actually, the last time we slept pretty decently in this bed. So, yeah, really happy about this one. And we have a quite large TV. And the most important thing for our morning coffee is the kettle. And they also give you sort of like Java espresso. And yeah, definitely good value for your money. And also this is sort of our go-to hotel when we get to and from the airport. I mean, not that it's necessarily super close to the airport, but it's like one of those hotels where you can just relax and you don't really have to think about anything else. Because when we have a travel day, we don't really want to, you know, get to a place and then think about how we're gonna organize dinner or where the next ATM is or all of these things. So this hotel just sort of has everything basically surrounding it that you really need, and yeah, plus, no need to worry about anything.
An extra benefit of this place as well is there is a restaurant here and there is also a rooftop. So if you go up to the rooftop here, we might show you that, guys, maybe later on, but they have a place where they sell things like beer. So if you are a Westerner and you enjoy having a beer, this place sells beer. They sell like Bintang and a couple of other different beers. They sell food, so fresh food, and they will literally make you like pizza or anything that they have really on the menu. So they have some Western stuff, and they also have Indonesian food as well. So you have the best of both worlds. And it's all on a rooftop that overlooks Surabaya. So that's pretty crazy for a place that comes at this price.
And the Wi-Fi is also decent.
Wi-Fi is pretty good.
Important thing. Yep. And you have a room service, so if you don't want to leave the room, sorry, this seems to be awfully bright. If you don't want to leave the room, you can also get some food into your room without having to think about anything.
Yeah.
And I think we're gonna take a little quick nap.
Yeah, I think what we're gonna do now is go and have a nap, wake up, have a coffee, and then bring you guys back out in Surabaya. This is our second time in Surabaya, but we didn't see much at all the first time, so we have plenty more to explore, and I think we're going to bring you guys with us for dinner, and we might have a little bit of a chat about the whole reason why we're back here as well. Alright guys, so we're back on the streets of Surabaya after having a lovely nap at our hotel. Apologies, the road here is really busy. You can tell we're definitely back in the hustle and bustle of Java. Now we're going to bring you guys somewhere that we haven't tried yet since we've arrived in Indonesia, and a lot of you have told us that Indonesia has the best version of this chain restaurant in the world. So I think that's exactly what we're going to have for dinner, and yeah, let's bring you guys across the road if we can cross without being hit.
Without getting hit, yeah.
Can you guess what we're about to eat? It's not very healthy, but it smells nice, at least from here. Have a look. Ta-da! Indonesian KFC for the very first time.
Which is, by the way, located directly beside our hotel. Yeah. We could see it from our room. We were like, this is dinner.
Yep. We had a look outside the window and we were like, okay, that's an easy decision for today. So let's go and try KFC for the first time here in Indonesia.
So my food already came out. I ordered a large piece of chicken, some rice and a soup. And the drink was a Coca-Cola. I did not choose this one. It was just basically included in the menu, I guess. And Luke's food didn't come out yet.
I'm currently waiting for mine, so I decided to go for a colonel or a colonel burger combo. So I think it's like a fried chicken burger, obviously with some fries and a drink. So I have my drink already, but I'm very, very excited to try this because KFC has been recommended so many times, countless times. We tried, if you guys have been watching us for a while, we tried CFC, which is an Indonesian sort of competitor, I guess, of KFC, and that was amazing. So I'm very interested to see what KFC in Indonesia is going to be like.
And Luke's food just came out as well. And for his burger, fries, Coca-Cola. For my chicken, rice, soup, and Coca-Cola, we paid 83,000 Indonesian rupiah in total, which I believe is like €4 maybe. So it's a very, very good value for your money. But I do believe that CFC was a tiny bit cheaper, just a little bit. But if KFC makes it up in quality, we can't really complain. And I guess while I'm giving the soup, for example, a try, I'm just gonna talk you through as to why we left Sulawesi. So this is the chicken and vegetable soup. Let's give it a try. Surprisingly fresh vegetables. I did not expect this. So the first point, actually, we talked about it a little bit at the beginning of this video, is that we are unprepared. And that really goes for everything. So we are just generally unprepared travelers, which means today we might be in Sulawesi like this morning, and at the end of the day we are somewhere completely different. That's just due to the fact that we never really make plans. We just sort of try and see what happens, really, and that doesn't work in Sulawesi at all. We figured out pretty quickly, actually. Cheers. This is a little bit of chicken and fried chicken and rice. Oh, original chicken. Quite a large piece. Actually, really nice. And anyway, so in Sulawesi, we basically figured out relatively quickly that you cannot be an unprepared traveler. So really what it is, it needs a lot of research beforehand. There's very little infrastructure, again, which we said beforehand, which is totally fine. But we just didn't manage to really figure it out in depth. Now, for example, we tried to go to Toraja, we tried to organize a driver. The driver wanted to have 3 million Indonesian rupiah from us, which I believe is like 190 euro or 180 euro, just for one way. And if you're moving around relatively quickly, the way we are moving, that money really adds up quite fast. Oh, this is really nice. Anyway, so I guess the first thing on our list really is we're not good at planning. And if you're not willing to plan beforehand or sort of do like, you know, one of these like organized tours, like it's not a place for a backpacker. Like it's not the place where you arrive and you're gonna travel it and you're gonna experience it to the fullest without knowing what you're actually doing. And that's sort of a little bit difficult when it comes to us because we're, I don't know, maybe jumping around a little bit much or not planning beforehand exactly where we're going.
I 100% agree with what Naomi said, and yeah, Sulawesi, we had really positive intentions when we arrived there, but the way that it just all came together didn't really feel right, and we knew that we had something that we had to do here in East Java, and we made our way all the way through Java, literally stopping off in many different places in West Java and Central Java. Then once we got to Surabaya, we immediately were like, okay, it's time to go and restart our visa. We got our 1-year visa. We were really happy about that. Surabaya was actually the place where we got the email for the 1-year visa. So this city definitely has a lot of emotion for us. And we're very happy to be back here. And Sulawesi, unfortunately, it's not really the place where we can see a lot of freedom for us unless we came more prepared, and that's the title of this video. We didn't prepare for this. We really didn't prepare for Sulawesi. It's such a beautiful island. We had an amazing time at Bira. I'm gonna give these fries actually a try as well. Sorry, I'm blabbering away and my food is probably starting to get cold. But KFC fries, these actually look pretty fresh, and I think they are pretty fresh because the guy told me to wait for them. So, oh yeah, they have a little bit of a heat to them. So let's give these fries a try. They're really good. Almost similar to like McDonald's fries back home in Ireland. They're like on the skinny side of life, but they're perfectly salted. So that's right up my alley right there. I really enjoy those fries. But yeah guys, Sulawesi was difficult for us. We took a private car, as you know, from Makassar over to Bira. We had an amazing week in Bira at the beach, doing snorkeling and all sorts of things and exploring that area. We're very happy that we got to spend a good like 12 or 13 days exploring Sulawesi. But the limitation hit us when we came back to Makassar. As soon as we arrived back, we wanted to make our way north to go towards Toraja. And that's definitely possible. It's no issue really. You need to either take a bus or a flight or get a private car. Now Naomi told you we were basically attempted to be ripped off in a private car, unfortunately. The bus is a whole different story. So basically there's a bus terminal that you have to go to. You have to speak to people at that bus terminal and then figure it out for yourself. Now we did hear along the way that people were getting ripped off at the buses, stuff like that. So it's not really something that we wanted to put ourselves into, and we felt like, as I keep going back to, we needed to come back here and dive deeper into where we are in Java. These fries are fantastic, I can't stop. I'm gonna give this burger a try as well. So this is apparently the Colonel burger or the Colonel burger, however way you want to pronounce it. And yeah, basically seems to be a crispy chicken patty with some lettuce, with some mayonnaise and ketchup, I want to say. Nothing too fancy, but the main thing that I'm looking for is the taste of that chicken. So let's give it a try. That's exceptional. It's actually really, really good. The taste of the chicken is very fresh. If you get a KFC in Ireland, KFC in Ireland is known by the locals as being the place that you go to if you've been out partying for way too long. And the only reason why that is because the food is typically really low quality. But that is really not the case here. From what I can taste, this burger is pretty fantastic. And yeah, guys, we're feeling a combination of different feelings. So Naomi's giving me her chicken. Some original recipe chicken here. Wow, I don't know why we didn't come to KFC earlier than we have right now. It makes no sense. We've been sticking to our favorite, which is Solaria, as many of you guys know. We still have not gotten a sponsorship by Solaria.
And Bakmi GM.
And Bakmi GM.
But we're struggling to find them in other places in Indonesia.
We are struggling to find a Bakmi GM. I believe there is one somewhere here in Surabaya. I think we saw one. There's plenty of them all over Jakarta. Jakarta is where we fell in love with Bakmi GM. We literally, Bakmi GM and Solaria, we had those nearly every day. Yeah, guys, it's a combination of emotions right now for us. Sulawesi was somewhere that we had big plans. We planned to be there for 2 months. We were really excited to spend lots of time swimming and doing all of that type of stuff and diving into the tribal life of the people there. But there's more to explore here in Java. We also feel like we have a little bit more freedom here in Java in terms of movement. You have the train system here, you have a whole bunch of other things to check out. And yeah, I think we made the right decision. Guys, I'm not even saying this for the video here. This KFC is fantastic. Beautiful. So good. Not spicy, which is interesting. Thought it would be a spicy burger, but it's just very flavorful.
Now again, as Luke said just there, this video is in no way intended to diminish, I guess, Sulawesi or to speak negatively about it. We are taking full responsibility for not being more prepared. And we're sort of like, we're really blaming ourselves because, to be honest, Sulawesi was my #1 dream place to go to. I want to see whale sharks and all of like the hiu paus, and I wanted to see the tribal life there as well. So I don't know, I'm really upset at us at the moment, but at the same time I'm also happy to be back in Java. As Luke said, we have unfinished business here. We didn't see anything in the east. We still have an open bill, as you want to say it, or whatever, with Mount Bromo, with Gunung Bromo, and also Gunung Padang. Those are the 2 places that I still had on my list that we didn't see. And so many other places that are absolutely amazing in Java. So we're just going to try and make the most out of our stay here in Java. And yeah, try some more amazing food, meet some more lovely people, and then just figure out what Java's all about, I guess.
Okay, just quickly, guys, the verdict on KFC. So, in terms of the actual quality of the food, it's really, really good. Like, KFC here in Indonesia, in comparison to a lot of other countries that we've traveled to, and we've traveled to around 45 countries over the last 2 years. KFC here is top class, really, really very good. The only downside that I can say to you guys about this particular place, the location, there's a lot of mosquitoes that are flying around, which it's Surabaya, so it's very, very hot, and there is mosquitoes pretty much everywhere around here, so that's no real issue. The other issue is, obviously, there is a language barrier. Now, Naomi and I are doing our best at the moment to interact with as many people as possible, to try and learn as much Bahasa Indonesia as we possibly can, and we're getting there. We're learning words, we're learning phrases, we're sort of being able to get a little bit of conversation in here and there with locals. But when it comes to ordering food in a restaurant and they have their own particular set menu or whatever, it's difficult. Like for example, I wanted to order something particular and then it came out something different, and they gave us 2 things of Coke when we didn't even really want Coke. We were just kind of wanting like some water or whatever. But it's nothing really to complain about. It's first world problems, and this food is really good. Like, I have nothing else really bad to say about KFC in Indonesia. Those are just 2 things about this particular location. I think if you go to a KFC anywhere else around here, or even just order it on Grab if you are a Westerner, you'll be totally fine. But yeah guys, this place is fantastic. Oh, and speaking of mosquitoes, I have a mosquito on the microphone as I'm saying this right now, so I'll try and get him off.
He's even leaving.